And then obviously ending the day, we've got the gentlemen. They're making us wait, the best for last. Well, the most hype for last, at least in my bias. And then Sunday, we've got double OpTic matches this weekend. We love that. I believe both weekends we've got double OpTic matches. So we do like that. At least we get to see the boys get out there. Even if they're not winning, we get to see them go out there. And then Sunday, holy shit, Toronto OpTic, we get a rematch. We get to try to get some revenge. But yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we need to do here. Major 2 qualifiers. Okay, so let's take a look at the field. See, this worries me already. This worries me. These top 8. These top 8 worry me a lot. The reason why it worries me is because they all have 2 wins already. Yeah, we might need to win out, boys. Taking a look at this, we might need to win out. Our match versus Toronto is massive. I mean, our match versus everyone's massive. Our match versus Miami is super big. They're 1 and 2. We got to get on top of Miami. So we're playing 9th and 8th this weekend. We got to win both matches this weekend. It's as simple as that. We got to win both matches, and they got to be like 3-1s. 3-0, 3-1s. Or we might be fucked. And it's not good timing either. We got our major starting in loser's bracket. That shit would suck. That shit would suck. But hopefully they turn it around. I believe as well. Okay. Again, our team is amazing. We got a great, talented team. We just got to take the pressure off ourselves somehow, some way. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they got to find a way to just go in and play loose. Obviously, there's a lot to fix. It's not just playing loose. But we got to figure out a way to get in the right mental headspace because the whole community is on their ass. But when I talk to him, like I did a podcast with Bruce yesterday, Bruce seems like he's in like super high spirits. Like he's making jokes, you know, and when you're doing this bad, if you can't joke about it, especially being this team, that would be a very, very telling and scary issue that they can't even joke about it. Because if they're not joking about it, then there's more issues at hand. Like, you can't joke about it, then vibes are low. There's no faith. But he was saying, like, I got faith. I think we can turn it around. So, hopefully they turn it around. How's Ken looking? I haven't talked to Ken at all, dude. I really haven't. I haven't talked to Ken at all. I haven't seen him at content. I haven't talked to Ken. I talked to Brandon and... I've talked to Brandon and Kenny, or not Brandon, Kenny, Brandon and Shotzi, but not really Kenny and AG, just because they were at content. We did the podcast. It was me, Brandon, Formal, and Hector. So we got to talk about it a little bit yesterday. You guys should watch the podcast this week if you guys want some insight. Brandon was talking a good amount about where they're at, how they're feeling, all that good stuff. YouTube chat is wild. Yo, Brandon yesterday on the podcast, he was like, dude, he's like, I can't imagine what your chat's like when we're getting beat like this. And I was like, you have no idea, brother. You have no idea. I think on Saturday, after a loss, that was the least I've ever spoke in my entire streaming career in those 3 to 5 minutes after we lost. I literally sat there in silence. You look shell-shocked? I just didn't know what to say. At a certain point, it's like, what can I even say? We're just getting slammed, you know? And then whenever I do speak, people say excuses. Dude, that's the one thing that always baffles me is when I'm giving valid reasons why we're losing, people always say excuses. And I'm not going to lie, it grinds my fucking gears. I'm like, dude, do you guys know what an excuse is? I'll be like, yeah, we're not rotating. We're not playing up on the map. And then they'll be like, excuses. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Excuses. I'm giving you reasons why they're losing. If I was like, oh, they're losing because of internet, that's an excuse. Or they're losing because so-and-so's controller is broken. That's an excuse. Or, you know, but sometimes that is fair, though. Whenever a team's like on a bad server, that's not even really an excuse at this point. It's like, for anybody that has played COD, you guys understand that if you're on a ping disadvantage, especially at the highest level, like, that's not even really that much of an excuse. You try playing Atlanta FaZe on 4 Atlanta whenever you're playing Cold War and you're in Texas. You guys try doing that, and you let me know if it's an excuse. I remember that series. I felt like I was the worst of all time. It's like, bro, these guys literally will not die. And then you've got Dylan Envoy. Dude, I had an email. I knew this was about to happen. I said, Dylan, what the fuck do you mean you had an email you knew this was about to happen? So you just walked us into a quad host Atlanta? The fuck? You didn't say anything, Dylan? He's like, no, man. I didn't want to check you guys. I'm like, dude, Dylan, what are y'all doing if you don't make champs? Cutting my fucking balls off. I'm taking the Sib approach. Little man, I'm getting rid of my balls. We are like, yo, low key, I'm not worried, right? I'm not worried because I think they're going to turn things around. But also, dude, we're in 8th right now. That is like so unbelievably weird to look at. This is overall for the year so far. We're in 8th. That is, we need to start winning matches. Okay, we need to start winning matches because we go if we go into this next couple weeks, don't win a league match, and then we go to our major and only win like 1 or 2 matches, it starts to get scary because again, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the scheduling of the league this year, but after this split, so after Major 2 split, I think we only play 5 matches per split. Yeah, so we got to start getting wins. It goes from 7 to 5 the last 2 splits of the year. And then obviously we have the majors. There's no more minor tournaments to get points in. The minors are done. We're in 8th place now. Yeah, we got to start winning. But yeah, I think also, I could be wrong on this. This is what Roger said yesterday, I think. I think after our major into these league matches, April 4th to the 27th, tournament weekend's the 27th of April, and then yeah, matches start the literal next week, don't they? April 27th. So we're about to be, we're about to be in a crazy CDL like loop. After this major and after the week break, I think we have 8 weeks straight of CDL, 8 weekends straight. That's going to be a crazy stretch. 8 fucking weekends straight. We're going to be dialed. Yo, Caesar Bueno. What's up? Yo, everyone say what's up to Caesar, man. What's up, Caesar? Good morning, bro.